Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we finished up Portugal's war against the HRE, and unfortunately we took the brunt of the enemy's attacks, and so we're not really in a position right now to be able to do much aggressively. So we're going to have to chill for a little bit here and let our war exhaustion drop and let our manpower regenerate. So that is going to require a little bit of time. That's okay. It should be fine. We can boost our stability, and that may not be a bad idea. How far ahead of time are we right now? 7 years, and we're currently 6 years away from getting this. 7 years is a lot of time to rebuild our admin power. I'm going to take us up to +1 stability. And our war exhaustion is still going to be going down by the same amount. Okay, that's not affected by stability. Good to know. So that's fine. We do have debt right now. We have a fair amount of loans, and we have a decent amount of cash at the moment. So currently, where is our money going? Well, it's probably war exhaustion, isn't it? Let's see. National unrest plus 10.72. That's a lot. Goods produced modifier minus 21.4. So we could spend diplomatic power to reduce this. I don't think we should. Instead, I want to take a look at our subjects here. So all we've got is Corsica. Noted. Let's begin improving relations with Corsica. And we're just going to let our war exhaustion drop. That is very necessary at this moment. And keep in mind, we're still recruiting up this unit down over here. Now, is this going to be full? Not yet. Okay, we need a little bit more here. Good job, France. Cork bottle stoppers. Okay. So this is at 20 right now. We need this to go up to 24. We're losing money right now. I want to repay this loan. We're not going to take additional loans if we can help it, and we can help it. So that sounds good. Okay, that's all of our units rebuilt out over here. So now we can be working on getting our manpower replenished. These guys should be drilling. Did that work? Yes, they're drilling. Okay, perfect. And these should be drilling as well. So finances are definitely a significant problem right now, and we would like to get rid of some of these diplomatic relations for sure. For the moment, I'm going to say no one gets access to our country. And our war exhaustion is definitely going down. So that's improving our situation here, but it's going to take some time. I'm going to drop our fleet maintenance, and I'm also going to drop our army maintenance. Now, this is only going to affect units that are not currently drilling, which 3 of our units are drilling. This one is not. So I want to have this guy be here, and let's just move up to Jerusalem for right now. Okay, I expected us to be positive that month. We were not. This might be due to attrition, potentially. Speaking of attrition, how close are we to this? Okay, we lost a general. I'm not going to replace that general right now. That means that that's not drilling, which means that we're making money. Making money is very good because that means that we can start to repay some of these loans. So we're going to get that going. And I'm not going to drill any of our armies, actually, right now. So let's get those drills gone, and we're going to be making 46.32 ducats. Okay, this guy died. I'm not going to replace him right now either. Our trader died as well. Wow, everybody's dying. Okay, so what do we got here? These are all kind of terrible. We could go for diplomatic reputation if we wanted to maybe get the HRE back. Everybody's very not okay with us having the HRE back, it seems. So that's noted. We're going to have to do something about that. But I think now is not necessarily the time. I am going to go for the diplomatic reputation advisor here. It's not ideal, but it'll do for now. Okay, so our war exhaustion is dropping nicely. And our income is looking pretty good now. So what's our total debt? 1839. That's not so bad. Okay. So we're building up our manpower nicely. We need 107k to get that maxed. The religion in Bari just changed to Catholic, which is, not ideal. And we do have a rebel uprising brewing. Now, these are Corsican separatists. Independence for Corsica. So they're going to be right down over here. Okay, we can celebrate a festival, and we can now grab a diptech. I don't want to do this at this time. But what this does mean is we could grab a diplomatic idea. That's definitely interesting. We're still 5 years ahead of time. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to grab a second idea. We're just going to leave it like this. So let's set an agenda, and what do we got? This is going to be war exhaustion less than 1%. I mean, that's pretty good. I think we should take that. So we're definitely working towards that. And how long is that going to take? Well, it's going to take 92 months to be completely gone, but it needs to be less than 10. Was that 10% or less than 1.0? Less than 1.0. Okay. So it's going to take like 80 months, 82, 83 months. I mean, that's quite a while. No doubt about that. We could reduce it with dip power. And each one of those would save us almost 2 years. What's 11 times 12? It's definitely more than 81. This is worth it. As long as we're not in the hole on diplomatic power. So let's drop this down. And I'm even thinking about doing it again. So now we're at negative 0.04. And what's this Corsican separatist setup here? 11.0? I'm going to toss autonomy at them. I don't want to deal with it. That's now 60 years away, so that looks good. Okay. Yep, this seems fine. No problem there, in theory. So our war exhaustion is going to drop down a lot faster now. I don't want to spend more diplomatic power on reducing that. Definitely, because we're going to need to get this. That's going to be in 3 years, or actually 4 years right now. And, I mean, we're currently 5 years ahead of time, so that looks good. There's not a problem there. We can probably think about boosting our stability again. Most likely. What do we think about grabbing a military power here? 5 years, and this is... I don't think we should grab a military tech, or rather a military idea yet. We're very close, I think, to being able to get it. But I don't think we should do it right now. One thing we could think about doing, though, is coming off of diplomatic power focus and maybe not having a focus at all for the next 20 years. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're just not going to have a focus at all, and that'll seem good. 100 ducats here, sure. I do want to repay another loan, so let's do that. We're making a lot of money right now, and that's very, very good. We need to make more, though. Absolutely. Tunis insulted us like a bunch of jerks. Well, what are you going to do? When is manufactories going to spawn? 7 years. It couldn't appear in Rome because Rome is not connected to the capital of Palestine. I mean, fair enough. But there are other locations that theoretically it could spawn in. Okay, let's get another conversion going here. And how are we doing on that war exhaustion? It's down to 4.2. Okay, 4.1. So that's looking much better. Syria made a claim on us. Very rude. That's a lot of money. No, what a waste of time. So the Corsicans are no longer brewing up, but now Napoli is, specifically in Bari. So that is this right here. This is because of our missionary. I'm going to toss some autonomy at them, but that's still a lot of unrest. Indeed. About half of it is a war exhaustion and seizure of a state land. They're angry about that. Fair enough. The rabbis are getting over it, but that'll take time. Nobles are demanding old rights, and I'm actually going to give it to them. That's okay. For the moment, that's reasonably fine. So Corsica's now at max, and that's at 133. So Tyrant Overlord is a significant chunk of that. Let's go ahead and stop relation improvement. And what do we want to do about this? Well, they're Catholic, so we can't royal marry them. And we need to repay our loans. Yeah, that absolutely needs to be a thing. This next month tick, we should be able to repay 1 or 2 soon. 620. Okay, 2 more month ticks. Let's go. 1, and actually right now. Cool. So there's 1 loan remaining at this point. 56 ducats per month. So we'll be able to repay this in under a year. That looks good. We are going to want to root out corruption eventually as well. 50 military power. Yes, please. So having that 50 military power makes it a lot more likely that we can afford to grab expanded supply trains. That'll also boost our land force limit, which is going to be a very big deal for us. Although that's currently not costing us anything, it will cost us something eventually. I'm going to grab this, and we'll see how bad this ends up being. So we have a policy available, and that's going to be a military policy? No, it's an admin policy. Okay, so that's going to be up over here, and that is 10% land force limit and minus 5% land maintenance. That's really, really, really useful. So if we look here, 160 out of 172. Now, that's not going to help us that much right now, although it will... Actually, plus 80, that did help us, didn't it? Interesting. Well, we're going to be able to repay this loan very soon at this rate. So that looks good. We could sell titles. I don't see a reason to do that. We just lost a general. I'm not going to replace him right now. So, yep, the foreign community can grow. That seems good. When are we going to get this? 49 at this point, so that's like 5 years. We should be on time for that. That looks good. No issue there. I think we should boost our stability again because we're getting close on our admin power. We need to spend that on something. So let's do another stability boost. And we're going to lose 50 admin power or just that, and that's okay. So that looks good. Mecca is going to rebel in 4.5 years at the current rate. But that's going to continue to improve as our war exhaustion does. So that seems good. The real question now is, do we want to reduce our war exhaustion again? Or do we want to just wait the 28 months? That's like 2 years. I think it'll be fine. So our manpower is recovering nicely. I'm okay with that. We can consider expanding our backline relatively soon. I definitely want to repay this loan. So we no longer have loans at this juncture. We can continue to convert. So we're not converting here anymore. That's no longer a problem. Seems great. We can grab a maritime idea, but I don't think we should. We're 3 years ahead of time here. This is going to be available in 2. So we could, theoretically, but I want to grab these right on time. That's the goal. So that seems fine for now. I do want to think about some great synagogues. So let's get some of these building while we're working on bringing all of this back up. We're definitely getting into a much stronger economic position, and I like it. This is looking good. So at this point, if we check in here, 2.21, yeah, we're under 2 years away from our war exhaustion going away. That looks great. So we're just kind of sitting here for now and not doing too much. Seems good. I do want to continue to invest in great synagogues. 0.15 is the usual cutoff that I go for these, but every single one of these is an upgrade. So they're all worth building, to be honest. We'll get them all built sooner rather than later, I think. Especially when you consider we're making 90 ducats per month right now. This is a really, really good opportunity for us to heavily invest in making more money. That's going to be very useful for us later. So we'll continue to work on that, and that seems absolutely magnificent. So we can now grab an admin tech, but we're still 2 years ahead of time. So we shouldn't do this. Instead, I'm going to boost our stability up to 3. That looks good, and we're now going to have this in 3 years, allegedly, but the cost is going to reduce by 20%, and we should be on time still with this. So that looks good. Our next concern is Dip Tech. I want to get Corsica's opinion of us up, and we could definitely send them a gift. This would be 75 ducats. Done. So that's up to 157 at this point. And if we were to influence this nation, how much would that cost us? Because I want to start annexing them. 60 ducats? Done. That's 182. Ooh, that's not quite as high as I'd hoped. We can probably improve relations a little bit by 6. Okay, we'll do that. That's going to get us really, really close on the year tick. I think we'll be okay. So it's September right now, and that looks good. I want to continue to invest in some of these great synagogues. So we want to get these guys going. Perfect. And we have a rebel uprising brewing in Mecca, but -1 national unrest. So that looks good. Yeah, this is no longer going to be a thing. We can now seize land, and this is a good time to do a land seizure. No issue there. Looks great. We now have access to our next diptech, but I don't want to get it yet. So we're going to recall our diplomat from Corsica here. Although we're probably going to have to improve this once more, aren't we? Yeah, we are. We should improve relations here again, even though it's at maximum. We should keep it here because it's going to drop by 3 on this next month tick right now. And then they're at 190. Perfect. Now we recall the diplomat and we begin annexing them. Perfect. So that looks excellent. We'll get that underway. That's going to take how long? A couple years. Not a big deal. We'll get another conversion going here, and I absolutely want to continue to build these great synagogues. That's going to be very, very, very useful for us. So we can build like 1 every other month is what's going on here, and that's great. So we're going to see our income continue to soar. We can grab this diptech, but we want to wait until next year. So I definitely don't want to go to war, I think, until next year. We're very close at this point to being fully recovered. Hang on, Fezzan has absolutely no allies. I really want to fight them. So to that end, we're going to recruit a leader here, I think. No, I'm just going to use this leader. Okay. If they have no allies, I want to fight them. Absolutely. So it's currently July, and I think they're a member of the HRE. Yeah, so we're going to have 30 spy network on them. But this is going to be a very, very good thing for us to do. So we'll get that all taken over. That sounds good. And we're going to need to boost up our army maintenance soon enough, but not yet. For now, we can continue to invest all of this money that we've got flowing in into synagogues, and these are going to be very valuable for us. That adds up to quite a lot of money. So that looks good. It's currently November, and we're going to be able to grab our technology next year. So are we going to have this? Yeah, I think we will. We'll definitely have this. We timed this out almost perfectly. Beautiful. It is actually perfectly timed. So we're going to grab our admin tech, and we're going to grab our dip tech, and we're going to grab our mill tech. Excellent. That gives us access to swivel cannons, which is, of course, a very, very good thing. And we're also able to make a state down over here, which we are delighted to do. Perfect. So now the question is, when are we going to attack Fezzan, right? National unrest -2. Actually, I'm going to take the yearly prestige here. So that looks good. I want to continue to invest in great synagogues, although the question is, do we have any manufactories we can build? The answer is no, we don't. So great synagogues are, I guess, the way to go. We'll get 1 going here. 200 ducats. No, we'll just get a temple in province. In what province? I don't know. But it was in province. Sounds good. I mean, that's 190 ducats that we got out of that, essentially. So let's set an agenda here. What do we got? Actually, a university in Jerusalem is not a bad idea. That'll also give us admin, diplomatic, and military power. So I'm okay with that. Over here in Jerusalem, we would want to then build a university, which is going to cost 285 ducats. So we should have that in the next 2 months. Excellent. We gained a Conquest CB on the HRE. Not that I want to fight the HRE right now. We don't really want to fight the big boys at this moment. So we're going to go ahead and build that university. That seems great. And we're at 15 on this spy network right now. Okay. So we're going to be attacking Fazan very, very soon here. They have no friends. And we definitely want to get in there and take them over. My question now is, if we go in here, is anybody backing us? The answer is no. Everybody is like, you know what? Those Fars guys, they're pretty good. I disagree, but whatever. For the moment, I'm not terribly concerned about it. They will be dealt with. But not yet. We're continuing to invest in our income. So that's all looking good. And we're currently at 19. Remember, we need 30 for within the HRE. So that seems okay. We're up to 20.14 now. I don't suppose we already have a claim on these guys, do we? No, we don't. And Fars would actually defend them? Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if that's just because we have no CB. It might be because it's a no CB war. Let's get a conversion going here. I do plan on getting a CB, absolutely. And we're going to just continue to get this brought up. Excellent. Let's build all of these great synagogues. We're up over 100 ducats per month now, and that's looking phenomenal. So we're in a good spot as far as all that goes, and as far as ideas go, all we need is our diplomatic idea group, right? Yeah, so we have an additional free slot here. The question is, do we want to go for an admin idea? Probably an admin. I'm thinking infrastructure, because state maintenance reduction, global prosperity growth, infrastructure cost modifier reduction, this is all pretty good. That said, innovative ideas is pretty good too. I don't think we need religious ideas. I really, really don't. Administrative might not be terrible. I'm actually leaning towards administrative now that I look at what's in this. Monthly autonomy change, that's pretty good. Promote culture cost, whatever, I don't care about that. Core creation cost, minus 25% is huge. Let's take admin ideas for right now. But we don't, of course, grab any of this. We can just get rid of it for free if we choose to later. So that seems good for the moment. There's our university built, and that gives us all of that extra power, so that looks great. And we're nice and ahead of time at this point, so we've got lots and lots of space. We're maxed on our manpower, so I do want to go to war very soon. And I'm going to turn up our army maintenance now. This did not go down very much. Okay, let's turn up our fleet maintenance. And let's also root out corruption. And we're still positive. I love it. That's really good. So we can continue to construct here, although it's going to be at a much lower rate now that this is up. And we can start to drill these. So let's roll up a leader here. That's a lot of fire pips. And let's roll up a leader here. That's a mediocre leader. And let's roll up a leader here. That's also a mediocre leader. Okay, so those are drilling. This unit here is not drilling because our goal is to attack here. So that seems absolutely great for right now. We're making 13.7 ducats per month, and our corruption is going down nicely. I like it. And at this point, we should absolutely fabricate our claim here before we have issues. So let's do that, and then we can stop building our spy network. And we want to immediately attack Fazan, assuming that Fars won't defend them when we have a CB. And that's true. Beautiful. We don't need to call in any allies. This is fine as it is. Fars has, like, no troops. We don't actually need any of this. So let's mothball all of our forts. And let's get these guys back to drilling. We don't need them. Unless Fazan walks this direction. So I'm going to have these guys start to come up over here. We don't have access through Alexandria as of right now. Okay, so that means that they don't either. So we're going to come in and attack here. This is a level 6 fort. They are heading this direction. So that's not a problem. Okay, looks good. Lose a base production in Mecca? No, we'll limit any excesses. Okay, so this siege is underway. That looks great. And I want to continue to produce additional troops. Or not additional troops, additional cash. So are we looking to fully occupy Fazan? Are we looking to fully annex this? Probably is the answer. Probably. Manufactories has spawned. And that spawned in... Okay. That spawned in Africa, down here. That was unexpected, but that means that it's going to spread up towards us, and it's going to get to us before it gets to the other big boys. And that's good. I like that. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to take over Fazan, and then we'll see where we're at in terms of coalitions. But nobody's very angry at us right now because we just took a really, really long chill period. We were kind of forced into it, but we just took a very long chill period. So I don't think anybody's going to be too upset about us annexing all of this. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Aurelio, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Also, manufactories are spreading everywhere. Like, look at that.